Jesse Vega is an actor, dancer, and recording artist who's now adding director to his title as he's gearing up to the release of the upcoming music video for his latest single, Tell Me Lies, which is also being turned into a romantic drama short film. And Jesse joins us now. How are you today?
Hey, how are you? It's good to see you.
Yeah, and what was it that made you want to actually turn this latest single into a short film?
So I've been doing music videos for about 6-7 years. And a lot of my music videos tend to always have a story revolving around the song because I'm an actor. So I like to create the story for my audience to see what am I trying to portray in the song. But this time, I wanted it to be a little bit more in depth with this song because it is personal to me. And I feel like it's not only what I have went through, but it's also something that's going to be very universal to everybody who's been through a relationship that just didn't go very well to their favor. So I wanted it to take it and make it more into a short romantic drama film, but with pertaining to music. So I wanted to get my hands into the directing and create more content in that way.
Yeah. And do you think it's still a music video or is it a short film in its own right? Because, I mean, there are some famous music videos that could be regarded as short films, like Thriller, for example. So is yours like that, or is it like its own completely different film in its own right?
I would say it's kind of in that realm, how Michael Jackson did his Thriller, and it started off like a film, and then music came revolving, because I'm pretty sure Thriller is probably 8-10 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to do something with a relationship that just didn't go well. Kind of I was inspired by Justin Timberlake's What Goes Around Comes Around. So I wanted to do something like that. But it's a music video, but it has music that tells a story because there's acting. So I would say it's a music video mini film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was it that inspired you to write the actual song itself?
Okay, so originally I didn't write the song. So the one who wrote the song was my good best friend, who's also my A&R. His name is Daniel Rodriguez. He came up with the concept of, I think it was mostly the chorus. I think actually the verse. He actually wrote "Shattered trust, shattered wounds, can never repair a broken heart. So why did you have to go and leave me out there in the cold?" And then he had some parts of the chorus, telling myself I'll get through this. But then I started to conceptualize it, and I started to write more in depth of what I was going through so it could relate to what I wanted to say. So he actually brought me the song. And I think it was, I would say it was 2021. I think he presented me the song. And I think it was a whole year and a half before I made the song. And now, I think a few months later, that's when it was finished. And I hit up my producer, and then, bam, we decided to put out the song.
Yeah. And do you feel like it suits your style, or is it a slight departure maybe from what you're usually used to? Because I think it's maybe difficult to tell because your voice is the same and recognisable. So that makes it sound almost like you wrote it and it's like your other songs.
Yeah, I think with this one... So I obviously a lot of the songs that I put out, it's a lot of dance and it's pop and it's all about empowerment and feeling confident in your skin and not letting nobody tell you what they perceive of you. And I think with this one, I wanted to be a little bit more in depth. I wanted to be more about something that I was really passionate about of basically of being hurt in a relationship, and how does one get over the hurt by having closure, whether they do get closure, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship. And I never done songs like that where it was where I was very passionate and very fluid in my emotions, that I wanted to do something that was more emotionally driven. It is different from a lot of the songs that I put out. But I wanted to get inspired by a lot of songs, a lot of artists that I listen and live up to, that I decided to put a song like this that will still cater to my voice and have some type of soul in it. And I'm really proud of the record because it's something that I went through. And I think with the music video, they're going to see what I was trying to say.
Yeah. And do you think that because it's such a powerful song, it had to be this song, really, that you would turn into a short film?
Yeah, I think because when you're doing emotionally driven songs, you do want to tell the story. I mean, sometimes some artists, what they tend to do, they like to have like a plain backdrop. You know, obviously with budget, they can't do so much. They like to just lip sync the song. But I try to make a story. I like to paint the picture and have all these different colors of what I want to say in the world of Jesse Vega, of what I went through and what I'm passionate about, what are the fears, what are the hurts, what is the real inner emotions that I went through as living life. And because of having this song, it's going to be very different for a lot of people to see this side of me because they never get to see the emotional side. They always see me very dramatic and high energy and not caring about what people think. But this is the first time people are going to really see what I wanted to say in what I went through in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah. And it's not just this short film that you're working on. Your directorial debut, Room 702, will be coming out later this year.
Yes.
So I guess, are you getting into film as well? Hopefully still sticking to the music at the same time, though, right?
Yeah, you know, it's so crazy. I feel like, and I was just saying this to a friend of mine, I think I'm literally slowly, Toby, getting a little bit passionate into directing. Yeah. And that's crazy because sometimes when you're passionate about something, it just hits you, you know? And I already knew what I wanted to do. I've always started as acting and dancing and music. Yeah. But lately, in the last 2 years, I've been developing scripts, developing art in terms of film that I'm starting to really like and enjoy. Directing that I make use it as like a way of financial stability, I guess I will say. Yeah. But, you know, I did produce one short film and that went well. And then I started directing a friend of mine's series and that went amazing. And little by little, for the first time, I directed my first ever short film called Room 702.
Yeah.
And that's actually a crime thriller suspenseful. We just had a private film premiere not too long ago with all my family and friends and the people that were the cast and crew. And it turned out an amazing success. And we decided to do that first, have the first screening, and then little by little, we just send it out to distribution. So it's only a matter of time till somebody contacts the production company, be like, okay, this streaming channel wants to pick up the film and post it all over worldwide. Yeah. So we're going to have to wait and see. That's what's happening now, distribution and the film festival. So yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit of a hand of directing, and hopefully there'll be more stuff like that along the way.
Yeah. And you're actually in this film as an actor as well, right?
Yes, I'm an actor in this film. So the film is basically it's a suspenseful crime thriller, Room 702, about this detective. Her name is Cheryl Cortez. Yeah. And she starts trying to crack open a case of a 10-year case about a malevolent entity that haunts the room 702 of a hotel room. But she keeps on getting no leads. And one officer tells her that there is a closed case from 10 years ago of my character who claims that he was staying at the same hotel room, that there is a malevolent entity, and they go in cahoots with each other to stop this malevolent entity from ever trying to kill again at the hotel room 702. So it's a crime thriller, it's suspenseful, it's dramatic. So that's going to be out this year.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing everyone's going to love. We love suspenseful things and crimes, and hopefully it comes to a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, the whole goal of it is, we spend almost a whole year and a half. I would say we developed the script. It was written by Ben Kerr, and I conceptualized the idea to try to strengthen it. And he was like, why don't we just make this film into this? And then it took about almost 9 months to a year to like really develop it, produce it. We filmed like maybe 5 days. In 2021, we filmed at the end of 2021. Started editing with with my editor Jerry. A whole year of editing. So I can imagine doing a music video is a whole different entity when you're dealing with film. Film, it takes a lot of work. But I wouldn't say I would ever like say it was like the worst experience. I think it was so fulfilling and rewarding that I would love to do it again. And finally, the people are gonna finally see once it gets picked up from streaming channels. So I'm really excited to let them see what I have to offer. You know, I mean, it's a different stepping stone because I've done music videos and I've directed that, and now we're doing film. So that's gonna be a whole different world in itself that they're gonna be like, wow, this is really tastefully done.
Yeah. So what's on the way? Is it a feature film or something in between?
I gotta say, I love the Muppets in the background. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Do you like the Muppets?
Yeah. I wish I could compliment your bed, but it's blurred.
Oh, yeah. I tried to not put the bed out because it's just like, oh, my God. Trying to get to like a nice studio. It's all blurred out, but it's okay. I say what's next. So, I mean, obviously, we got this music video that's coming out. Tell Me Lies. And Tell Me Lies is the second single off of my upcoming third album. And I'm still working on that album. I've been working on this album for almost 3 years now. I want to take my time with it. I really want to really have something to say on this next one because I feel like the last one was like me searching of songs to just like cater to. And I don't think it was enough for me to sink my teeth into when it comes to really delving into what I have to say and the emotions and the hurt, the love, the party, all that good stuff. So I'm really taking my time. So I'm actually doing that I'm working on that. So this is the second single off of that. We're going to promote that. And waiting until like the streaming channels pick up Room 702 to see when that comes out. So there's going to be a lot of promoting the music video film and also the short film. And still working on music and writing and recording. And so I can really have a body of work to present it and come back to your show and promote the album.
Yeah, you're going to be quite busy this year, but that's a good thing, I suppose. It's better than being not busy. It is
a good thing. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like with music, you know, it does take a lot of time because it's like you don't want to rush it. You want to make sure that the vocals are good. You want to make sure that the story is true to what you want to say. So I felt like I didn't get to do that in the last one. In the last one, I was just like, in my last album, Who I Am, I was literally searching for who was I. Like, okay, I was doing like these urban music, and then I was doing the Latin music, and I was doing this. But it felt like it wasn't enough. And I said, you know what? Once COVID hit, that's when all the emotions started to really pour out. I mean, relationships were tested. New people came in my life. And I think that's what I needed. I needed to live my life a little bit more. And I think we're now developing what the next project is going to be. So I don't have a date for it, but I'm going to say like hopefully by the fall, the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, this latest single is called Tell Me Lies, and the short film for it will be out next Friday, and the song is already out to listen to. So where will we be able to find the film when it's out, and where can we find the song just now?
So the song is already available on all social outlets. Hopefully it'll be on the radio station for Tobey, because I know you're doing your radio show and the radio awards ceremony. Is that true?
Oh, yes. Yes. Hopefully your song will be nominated. We'll have to wait and see. The suspense.
I know. That'd be great. I'd love to be part of that. It's in the UK, so hopefully I want to get my hands on the UK and do that and really get my hands on nominations and things like that. It's a really good song. The song is already out on iTunes and Apple Music. It's been out already since January. So they can go on to Jesse Vega, JESSEVEGA, Apple Music and Spotify. The music video is set to come out on the 7th. I was told the 7th. I just sent it out. It's already done editing. I'm sending it out to color correcting and special effects, so that's the next stepping stone. But probably the 7th, which I think the 7th is Friday. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Next Friday. So that makes perfect sense. Friday. Good Friday. And it will be a Good Friday.
Right. Yes. Good Friday. I mean, hopefully we'll see. So, that's the idea. And hopefully, I would love for it to be on the radio stations in the UK so they can listen to it. And, you know, you've been a great friend of mine, and I've been interviewed by you for so long that I'm actually excited that I can't wait for once like I have the whole album done. I would love for you to have like a whole review on it and get interviewed on that. So that'd be ideal.
That sounds exciting. Well, many thanks for talking to us today, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yes, thank you so much, Toby, and thank you for Shout Radio and everybody part of that in the UK. You can get Tell Me Lies. It's available on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. The visual will be out next week, God willing, the 7th, and I'll keep everyone posted on Room 702 once it's out for distribution, and we'll let you know. Thank you so much.